You've probably seen it all over social media by now. People telling you to get rich in an insanely short period of time through investments in crypto, day trading, or starting some scammy business. But here's the truth. Most of these stories are either fake or they don't reveal 99% of the struggle behind it. In this video, I want to share the real path to wealth in your 20s. It's not glamorous, it's not overnight. It's a sequence of habits that will make you financially successful in a rather early stage in your life. Let's start by breaking down a few myths. Myth number one, the millionaire overnight. You don't become wealthy by buying the right meme coin or stumbling over the next Amazon stock. Even people who make a lot of money in a short period of time usually lose it again just because they don't have the skills to keep it. Myth number two is passive income. Everyone talks about passive income streams, but almost no one talks about the truth. Passive income only comes after years of active work. I guarantee you, you don't just magically wake up someday and you have 10K a month hitting your bank account from nowhere. Myth number three is the myth of entrepreneurship. Starting a business is actually not the only way to get rich. In fact, as I've also talked about multiple times on this channel, most startups fail. And sometimes it makes more sense to do ETA, entrepreneurship through acquisition, meaning buying a business, improving it, and eventually selling it later on for way more money than you've bought it. The first truth about building wealth in your 20s is that your skills are your most valuable assets. It's really simple. If you can't generate income, you can't invest. Period. So the best move you can make is to build a high value skill. This could be sales, coding, digital marketing, or consulting, just something companies and entrepreneurs will pay you well for. From my perspective, especially if you don't really know what to do, sales is definitely a really good decision. On the one hand, sales is super valuable to every company, and on the other hand, if you get really good at it, you can make a lot of money. However, the first goal should be don't chase money, chase skills primarily, and the income will follow. Once you start earning more, the key is to invest instead of spending it all. This is where most of the people in their 20s screw up. They get their first paycheck and instead of investing, they buy a new car, they buy new clothes, or they go on expensive vacations. But if you start investing early, compounding actually becomes your best friend. Regarding compounding, let's put some numbers on this. If you invest $500 a month starting at the age of 22 with an average rate of return of about 8% per year, by the time you're 60, you'll have 1.7 million US dollars. Now let's compare that to waiting until you're 30 to start. Same $500, same return, but this time, by the time you're 60, you'll only have $850,000. And if you compare the numbers, that's literally half, only by waiting 8 years. So the truth is, the earlier you start, the easier it gets. Your money will work harder for you than you ever could. Here's another truth. It doesn't matter how much you're earning if you can't control your spending. If you make $10,000 a month, but you spend $9,500, you're not building wealth. You're running in circles. Wealth isn't about looking rich, it's about buying freedom. Freedom to choose your work, your time, and your location. And that freedom comes from saving and investing, not from flexing on social media. Now I want to be honest with you, as I always am. I'm not speaking from the mountaintop here, I'm in the trenches myself. I've tried different businesses. Some failed, some made some money, but I'm still building my foundation. Right now, I'm focused on sales and also working there to build a high income skill and stacking investments besides that. The point is, I'm not perfect and you don't need to be either. You just have to start at some point. Wealth is clearly not built overnight. It's built brick by brick, decision by decision. So here's the whole truth about building wealth in your 20s. Forget the lottery ticket mindset and build a high value skill. Invest early and let compounding do the heavy lifting. Live below your means and always remember it's about freedom, not flexing. If you start to apply these principles now, your 30s and 40s will look very different from other people who did not start that early. It's just important to not wait, to not overthink it all, and to just take action. And if you want to follow my journey as I apply all of this for myself, hit subscribe and we'll go there together.